Happy spooky season, everyone. Johnny here with a very scary story from Korea. Just giving you the heads up, this one's a doozy. So if you're a bit squeamish, I recommend tapping out for this one. This story is called 1212. In South Korea, it's very important for young people to do well in school. Parents put a lot of pressure on their children to study hard and get good grades, as I'm sure you know. Students often have to hire tutors for after school work, and some even return to school at night to do extra studying. This has become a big problem in Korea because many students stay up so late at night studying that they end up falling asleep in class the next day. In recent years, students have actually been banned from studying after 10 p.m. in some prefectures. One night, a Korean girl named Soon Hee was at school. It was quite late, and she was studying in the library with a group of other students from her class. The lights in the library were on, but the rest of the school was in darkness. After a while, Soon Hee needed to go to the toilet, so she took a break from her studies, telling her friends that she'd be back. The girl walked out of the library and down the darkened hallway to the school bathroom. In the library, when a few minutes had passed, the other boys and girls began to notice a faint tapping noise. It seemed to be coming from the direction of the window. Looking around, they saw a pale, gaunt woman standing outside. Her face was pressed up against the window, and her eyes were tightly shut. One long, crooked finger was tapping on the window. They wondered what the woman was doing outside at this time of night. A moment later, the woman opened her eyes, and the students gasped in horror. She didn't have any eyes, just deep, dark holes where her eyes should have been. The woman raised her fist and brought it crashing against the window. The glass shattered, and all the lights went out. In the bathroom, soon he was just about to wash her hands when she was plunged into darkness. Everything was silent. She never heard the screams of terror coming from the library. There was no way she could have known about the pandemonium and slaughter that had broken out just a few rooms away. She continued washing her hands in the dark, blissfully unaware of the horrific cries that echoed through the hallway. Just as abruptly as they had begun, the yells and screams stopped, and the school was quiet once again. Soon he opened the bathroom door and strolled back to the hallway, and when she reached the library, she stopped in her tracks. The dead bodies of the other students were strewn around the library. Some of the corpses were sprawled on the floor, and others were draped across desks and filing cabinets. She started shaking with fear. Her mind raced as she tried to understand what had happened. It was a massacre. Just then, she heard footsteps echoing down the hallway. Soon he was a clever girl, and thinking fast, she threw herself on the floor next to the dead bodies of her classmates and lay motionless. She listened as something quietly crept into the library. Soon he kept her eyes closed and pretended she was dead. She heard a rustling sound as something moved around the room. Fearing the worst, soon he lay as still as she could and tried not to make a sound. And then she heard a voice whispering, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Curiosity got the better of her, and she cautiously opened her eyes ever so slightly and took a peek. There in the middle of the room stood a pale, ghostly woman dressed in white. Soon he closed her eyes again and fought the urge to scream. She could hear the ghostly woman creeping around the room, going from body to body, muttering under its breath, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. The girl held her eyes tightly shut. She hoped and prayed the ghost would leave soon. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. The ghostly woman was shuffling from one corpse to the next. She was getting closer and closer to Soon-hee. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. As Soon-hee listened to the chilling voice of the ghost, she tried to not do anything that would attract attention. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. The ghost was drawing ever nearer. Soon-hee dared not move. 1, 2, 1, 2. The ghost was almost beside her. The girl tried not to breathe. Suddenly, the counting stopped. Soon he remained motionless, as he strained to hear even the slightest noise. She was afraid to move a muscle. There was no sound. The library was suspiciously quiet. After what felt like minutes of complete silence, soon he felt sure the ghost was gone. She slowly opened her eyes, but the ghost was crouched directly above her, staring into her eyes. One pale, bony finger was pointing straight at her terrified face. 1, 2, said the ghost as it plucked out her eyes. Ooh, I warned you, that one was a doozy. Pleasant dreams.